it's, but if you're like, hey, it's already mixed and like ready to go, that's what we used to do when I was making the gluten-free baking at the cafe I worked at. I would, make a big batch of actually I still need this, make a big batch of the gluten-free flour, and then it would last like a week, and then, or every other week I had to make some. I don't quite remember how often I made it, but that's such a good way to do it. You haven't started packing, and I need to, and my cats are probably going to be really nervous. Yeah, one has anxiety. Is it Tamaki? Tamaki's one of your cat's names, right, Misty? I took my cat anxiety meds last time I moved. If you can do that, that's helpful. It's stressful. I've moved with Ollie 4 or 5 times. I used to live in like a pretty tourist town on the West Coast, and like had a really hard time finding stable housing that was like all year round. It'd be like, you can live here in the winter, but it turns into an Airbnb in the summer, like, or in the spring and you're out, or like how I lived in a couple houses where like the house sold, or it's like, oh, I had to move out of one place because like the house sold, moved into my friend's house for the summer because they were gone working for the summer, and then like had to find another place to live. And yeah, dogs, I think a little easier. Cats, I think much harder to move with. Hey Google, stop the timer, please.
Okay, cancel.
Let's see if our cake is, oh gosh, hopefully my smoke detector doesn't go off. My smoke alarm is like really close to the oven, and sometimes if I just open the oven and the heat or blob of hot air like blows out, it sets it off. We've been really good. We haven't set off the smoke alarm in a long time last stream. I've got a bit of a strategy for opening the oven. Fine if I open it like a little, like a crack first, let some of the hot air out, and then open it all the way. Okay, this was in there for 20 minutes. I think it should be done. Chocolate cake. I usually give it a little, the edges look good. It's more the middle. Sponging back. I just like to stick a toothpick in the center. It comes out clean. I think we're good. She baked. Excellent. Cake is done. 20 minutes. So I'm actually going to leave it. Where should I put it? Maybe I can put it. Actually, I don't need the eggs anymore. Maybe I'll just move it over here. I'm gonna put the eggs back in the fridge. We'll leave the cake out for a little bit, just until it's like cool enough that I can. It's kind of, well, yeah, it's a bit hot to hold right now. And then once it comes down a little bit, when it's still a little bit warm, I'll throw it in the freezer because I like cutting my cake and building a cake with cold, preferably frozen cake. So I'll just leave that over there for now. We'll come back to you, cake. Let me get caught up on chat. I feel like I'm getting a little behind. Oh yeah, Duchess said that you give your cat anxiety meds. Ollie gets prescribed sedatives for when he goes to the vet, because when he goes to the vet, it's like he's so anxious, and like it's really hard for the vets to like look at him, and it's often like he has ear infections because he's probably eaten something, and it's like really hard for them to get in because he's like freaking out. So Ollie gets sedatives when he goes to the vet usually. Yeah. Oh, your mom got some treats that are supposed to relax cats. Got them from my aunt. Nice, Misty. Hopefully that works. I hope that works for ya. Hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate. Oh, but it's Sunny that has anxiety, which is technically my brother's cat. But I'm stealing hair. Gotta keep the cats together, Gotta keep the cats together. Oh, I activated your phone when he said, hey, Google. I